Hi, Gary. So what I've found is that when making these searches for the different condo places in your area, that it's not as easy to decipher if I'm getting the exact condominium place. So I want to make sure that these searches are going to pull the correct results for you. So therefore, I'd like you to go in and attempt to do these searches for me. It's fairly easy, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to log into your IDXBroker, and you're going to go ahead and go to Preferences, Saved Links, and you're going to click on Create. Once you get there, it's going to be just like the search that's going to show up on your website. So you're going to pick a search page, and you're going to go ahead and choose Homes under the search heading and hit Next Step. And at this point, this is where you can do several different things. So you can choose property type. I believe you should go to condo, co-op, villa, townhouse. I think this is where you're going to find the different names of the condominiums. So I would go to condo, co-op, villa, townhouse. Make sure you delete out the price here. Very important, because you don't want it to limit the price. And then come down here, and this is where I am not 100% sure that I'm getting the right properties. So I'm thinking that it's either going to be under subdivision, complex building, or development name, but I'm not 100% sure. So the first one that I started out with was Venetian Villas. And the reason I started out with that one is because when I did my keyword research, Venetian Villas had 480 monthly searches. So I'm sure this is not just Venetian Villas in your area, but it's still a good search, and we want to use that keyword. So I'm looking for Venetian Villas in Deerfield Beach. So I'm going to start by going to the city and doing Deerfield Beach, so I know that I'm getting condos in Deerfield Beach. Remove the prices, and then I'm looking for Venetian Villas. And see, in this case, I'm coming up with Venetian Condominium. So I'm not sure if these are the proper ones. I can view results in New Window. And you can see it's 0 results returned. So that's where I'm not sure if I'm getting the right search. So I'm going to go ahead and go through with this just as if this was the correct search. I did actually try here too, and I don't have anything Venetian as well. So there's nothing under development name. I'm going to hold my control key down to deselect this item, and I'm going to pretend like this is the correct item, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of the page just to give you the instructions on how to create the link. So once you've found the correct development here, and you've chosen the city here, you're going to come down to the bottom, and you're going to click Next Step. Now what I like to do is name the page after the keyword, if there is one possibly. So in this case for Venetian Villas, there is one. And if you want, I can give you 2 different versions of this list. I can actually sort and filter it from A to Z as well. And you can see Venetian Villas Boynton Beach and Venetian Villas Deerfield Beach FL is also a term. So we can use both this term and this term since there's 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Venetian Villas and then Venetian Villas Deerfield Beach, Florida. Now it should automatically start putting that down here, but just in case, I'm going to put it down here. The reason why I did put the whole thing down here is because this is actually 2 search terms in one. It has Venetian Villas, the original keyword, and then it has the whole one too. And we want the name of the URL to actually have the keyword in it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the first keyword and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to put it here, here, and here. I'm going to take the second keyword and I'm going to put it under meta tag keywords, and I'm also going to put it at the top of the page here. For the meta tags description, basically you can type anything you want, but this is so you can get people to click on this link. So we want to tell them this is what I typically do, and you can readjust this as needed. Full access to all available properties in Venetian Village, Deerfield Beach, Florida. See, I'm using the second keyword here. More pics, info, and videos. Use proper capitalization. Your #1 resource for Venetian villas for sale in South Florida. You could also say your #1 resource for Venetian villas for sale in Deerfield Beach, Florida, if you want. You don't want to repeat the same keywords too much. You want to make sure that there's 3 different keywords in here. You don't really have 3 keywords for Venetian villas, so I'm kind of making something up. But this way, whoever comes here, if they're looking for Venetian villas in Italy, they're going to know this is Deerfield Beach, Florida, and not Italy, and they're not going to click on it. So next, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to highlight this subheader right here. I'm going to change it to a heading 1 and center it, and then I'm going to save it. Now, if you don't want to do any of the meta tags, that's fine. Go ahead and create the search. I'll do another one here. And save it. Let's do Addison condos. And Addison condos are in East Boca Raton. So see, I have Addison on the ocean, and I got an Addison on the ocean, but I don't have Addison condos, so I don't know if this is the correct place. And you can, like I said, you can go ahead and select one, view results in new window, see if it's the correct one, and compare it if you want to your MLS to see how many properties. This came up with 1 property, so if you want to compare it to your MLS results, you could see if it's the proper amount, if it's actually showing the proper amount in there to know if it's the correct search. Again, this is only showing 1 when I tried to do differently between the 2. If I click on both, it's still showing 1 result. So that's fine. So either way you want to do it, make sure you find the correct results, and then come down, next step, and Addison, and that's it. And then go ahead and save and create another link. So that way you're doing it quickly, and I'll go back and do all the SEO on the pages myself, but I wanted to give you an idea of how that's done. So when you're done, you can come back to Save Links and go to Manage, and you can view all of the ones that you made. I'm going to go ahead and delete these 2. But if you wanted to come in and edit any of these, you can also come into here, and you can come and click Edit Search Criteria. You can change the criteria here to whatever it is you want to. Come down to the bottom and hit Save, and it will save it to the proper search results. So actually, I'll leave that one in there so you can play with it. And I'll just delete the Addison one since I know that's probably not the right search, and let you do that one. So go ahead and create all of the searches for all of your condominium associations. If you want, you can just name them exactly as you did in here. And again, I'll go back and rename them once they're done. So however you want to name them is fine, just so I know what condominium they are. And I'll know you don't have to put the name of the city in there, just the name of the condominium is fine, and save it as that. And if you mess it up, you can come here and click Delete Save Link, and you can delete it. And that'll make it perfect for me, so I know that we have the proper results for each of these condominium associations. Thanks, Gary.